Hello, my name is Hannah Lefeuvre and I am an Elevate artist at Salisbury District Hospital. My job is funded by the Stars Appeal. Normally, I would be walking around talking to you face to face in hospital, but today, instead, I'm going to take you on a tour of my garden. This recording was made first thing this morning on Friday the 3rd of April. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for listening. I'm going to head up and pick a bit of wild garlic, which is a lovely treat at this time of year. But I think just before that, I'm just going to head to the veggie patch and just have a little check of what's going on over there. Just walking past some lovely cluster of daffodils, which unfortunately are just starting to go over, but we've so enjoyed those. Right, let's head to the veggie patch. It's quite clear at this time of year, but we've got a few things in. Just go and check on these leeks. We haven't had a good year for leeks this year. No, they're still looking pretty small. So what we've done is we've increased the light around the leeks. Just done a bit of cut back around the edges, which will hopefully help us in future years. And we've got some lovely self-seeded garlics, which have done so well that some of them almost serve as a leek. We had one the other night. It was lovely, lovely taste to add to our stir fries. Let's just have a look at the spinach. Yeah, we've got some nice spinach coming on now. Just going to go and check inside the polytunnel. Just opening up the door. So I think, according to the forecast, we've had the last of our cold nights, which is great news because we've got lots of seedlings in the house ready to be moved out here to the polytunnel. So unusually in the polytunnel we've got a peach and apricot tree. I'm just looking at the peach now. That's done pretty well this year. Got lots of blossom on there. And because it's inside the polytunnel, we have to painstakingly pollinate these trees using paintbrushes, which is quite fun. The apricot, unfortunately, is probably going to be our first loss for this year. It hasn't done very well. I think we made a bit of a mistake. We pruned some of the spurs, and actually it's on the spurs where you find your greatest blossom and fruit. We have still got the odd bit of blossom, but yeah, that's growing for you, I think. Losses and gains, but that's our first loss for this year. So I'm just having a look around the polytunnel. We've got a few direct sow seedlings that have gone in. We've got some radishes and turnips, which will keep us going through Hunger Gap. We've got some nice salad, all sorts of different salad leaves, sweet Sicily, fennel, mashua, oxalis. Oh, broad beans, they're looking nice. Let's have a look at those. Yeah, I think I'm going to water this polytunnel earlier. We've had quite a few dry days, so we'll give it a water later on. And a few spring onions coming up. This is our first year of really sealing in the polytunnel. So we've put a skirt on the bottom to make sure it really stays warm and dry in here. Well, warm, more than dry. And we've put doors on as well to give us extra protection, because last year, unfortunately, the frost made its way into the polytunnel and we lost quite a lot of crop. So that's our daily polytunnel check. Got some nice tarragon here. Oh, we've got our other harvester coming in. Just getting some nice salad. I'm just going to come through here. Let's have a look at what else we've got. Make sure I shut that nicely. Keep the warmth in. Just going to check the other vegetable patch. So we've got purple sprouting broccoli, is a classic at this time of year, and we've harvested this one quite hard. So as we've given some veg to our neighbours, but we're going to leave it for a bit now to recover and grow a little bit. But it's such a treat at this time of year, purple sprouting broccoli. And I'm moving down now to some raspberries. Lovely raspberry patch. We take quite good care of these raspberries, and we're lucky. We seem to get raspberries early in the season, and they extend through until quite late. They're an autumn raspberry, but for some reason we seem to get a nice early crop. And we take an unusual approach here. We don't cut them right to the ground. We let them, we do snip some of them off, but a lot of them we don't cut right down in the winter. That seems to work for us. And we've this year we've experimented with a leaf mulch on the raspberries. So last year we put lots of muck down, and this year we're trying leaf. So we had so much leaf fall this year. And all the vegetable patches are now nicely composted, and some of them have got muck on them to help with the fertility. We've done quite a lot of work this year with increasing light on the vegetables. So we've pollarded a few trees in the surroundings, cut down hedges, that sort of thing. Let's see, what else have we got on the vegetable patch? Winter lettuce, that's doing well. We've got a few self-seeded parsnips, that's going to be a treat. Kale has been harvested pretty heavily. Lots of that's gone to our neighbours as well. I think I'm going to go and have a look at the fruit now. Just walking up the path. So perhaps some of you are growers. It's just such a lovely hobby, growing. It just brings such reward, and we love being out here every day. And particularly at this time of year, it's lovely to be so attentive and keep an eye on all the new shoots and the blossom. Oh, I'm just looking at the pear trees here. Got some lovely blossom coming. And we're hoping we're going to be lucky with the frosts this year. We're hoping we've had our last frost now. We've got a quince tree which really suffered in the frost last year. Just going to have a look. Yeah, it seems to be okay, that quince. So we've got loganberries. We've got a cultivated blackberry which we use as an early blackberry before the wild blackberries. But actually, our preference really is for the wild blackberry. It's so juicy and sweet. This is a plumper, more tart blackberry. That's a nice one nonetheless. And then we've got some gooseberry and black currants. We've got white currants and red currants. So I think just to finish off, I'm just going to find a nice place in the garden just to stand and just listen to the birdsong. And then I'll say goodbye. And thank you for listening. And I hope the sun is shining in where you are, and you've been able to enjoy some nice images of the garden. So I'm just going to find a quiet spot just to finish with the birds.